most simple is to be most good. So here is honest, rough-hewn wood. We ask you, dear audience, to use your eyes, ears, your most inward sight. For here is day, and here is night. And now, the play.
Places, everyone, places! We have blisters and splinters and all for the glory of God. His father's father was a carpenter. My father, our father's father's father were carpenters. And we all have blisters and splinters and all for the glory of God.
You have grown.
I'm afraid so. I wish my bones would not make such work for you year after year.
You cannot stop your bones from growing.
My cousin's bones stopped growing 3 years ago. And his bones have troubled no seamstress since with new stitches. Perhaps he should play my part. Oh, but he's a limp, wee little thing. Got in his own hand when he meant to gut a flounder. Now his back's as crooked as the road to hell. Now, you mustn't make fun of poor Pontius.
Oh, what mighty arms you have! You can swing many a fine lady on those brawny arms.
You could knock me down easily, Sam.
No, I've never hurt my John boy.
Now, me and him may be twins, but we're as different as 2 peas in different paws. He likes his ale light, I like it George. He likes his Sundays, I detest them. I like my blondes. He likes his brunettes, don't you there, Sam? Why? There's that red light again. So it is. What the devil?
It's been a creeping and a crawling through the cracks in the windows. It makes me afraid.
Oh, well, I suppose the sun must be angry about something. Only one more little nail. Ah! There, your measurements, my good man, have been taken.
I've wanted to play Christ. If only, I thought, they put me upon the cross. I'd feel holier and stand upright. But every year my cousin plays the Savior. Oh, I want to kill my cousin! No. I want, if when he's upon the cross, we just left him up there the slightest bit too long. And if the pretend nails were real, then they would nail me upon the cross, and I would follow him to glory. My cousin is a good man. There it is again, the tingling in my head, like a string at the top, pulling up, down, string. Today the sky turned red. The sky turned red, and we should all kneel and take notice. But everybody's too busy eating their bloody porridge.
On the other side of the stage, a visiting friar appears. He is in disguise, fleeing from the Queen's henchmen.
Today I wandered far and far until I noticed that the shrubbery had changed, and I was out of Providence. And then, the sky turned red, at 2 in the afternoon. It shivers and crawl up and down my spine like worms.
My cousin is nothing but a bastard!
I will conceal myself and observe this young man.
He is a thorn in my side that must be plucked out. Were I a woman, I could bake this malice into my bread. But as it is, I am a man, and therefore I must make this malice with a knife. I shall store my acorns of malice. I will guard them, and I will harvest them in the spring.
Good on down there, young man.
Hello, traveler. What brings you to our little town? New faces are seldom seen here.
I come from a neighboring village, but am tired and require water. Are you not the famed village that plays the Passion, scattering its tales of its holiness across the land?
We are that very village, sir.
Not many towns dare in these dark days to play the Passion in England.
Aye, this town is slow to change.
Are you then not the same town famed for a most beautiful and graceful young man who plays the part of Christ?
He is, in point of fact, my cousin.
Your family must be proud of such a relation.
My family is very proud of my cousin, I'm sure.
And you? What do you play?
Pontius Pilate and Satan.
Haha, to be sure.
Would you like to take a drink of water at my home?
I would be most grateful. Perhaps I can meet this famed cousin of yours.
By all means! Between gritted teeth! Between bloody gritted teeth!
You're just as comely and upright as they say.
Thank you.
With the same dimple on the chin.
Oh, you must be hungry. Can I make you some eggs, sir?
I would be honored to eat an egg made by your holy hands. Young man, can I trust you're a Catholic?
We are all Catholics in our private hearts. Though we have no public house of worship left, the stage is our house of worship. But Savior, is it not dangerous for you to stay here? Are they not catching priests and throwing them into prison?
Aye. We are hidden in closets and priest holes all over England.
And you are now in need of a hiding place.
Aye. But I would not dream of ever putting you in danger.
Stay with us.
I know not why they tell tales of your Christ. You have his spirit.
You really mustn't believe such things, good friar. Perhaps you would like to join me for our rehearsal today. You can see the scaffolds that lift men up, and the machinery that bring men down. You'll see that I am no better than the tattered costume that I wear.
I would be honored to see the famed village rehearse.
In a time without words, oh, pop, pop, pop goes the weasel. Ah! You have a strange, ugly face surprising to pop out at me. Why do you pop out at me? Do you like me, scary big nose? Burn box, your body all bent and twisted. I'm sorry I put you in your box, dear Jack. Dear Jack?
I said, shut your mouth, village idiot. The heavenly choir rehearses.
The heavenly choir rehearses. Oh, the heavenly choir rehearses. No part for Jack in me, oh no. You just pop out of a box, don't you, Jack? And I just want you because things need to be wound. Clocks, tick-tick. Hearts, tick-tick. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Jack with your heart in a box. What are you doing? Jack! Save me! It is dark and I am in the box. I'll close my eyes and make the sky turn red. Now! Now!
I'm sorry, ladies, but you've signed your contracts, and besides, you look like a saint. And you look like a whore. There's no getting around it. Look at that beauty mark, and the gap between the teeth. There's a bit of deformity in the chin. Just wouldn't do for the Virgin Mary to have a bit of deformity in the chin. And a smile. A smile like that would melt the devil's heart, but not mine. I've finished memorizing your parts, ladies. There's no time for all this dribbling anarchy.
Would anyone like to confess their sins?
I would.
Meet me around the corner after dark.
so long since my last confessional. Father, I have dreams of women embracing me and kissing me full on the lips.
That is indeed a sin. I want you to say 20 Hail Marys, 32 Our Fathers, and hang a crucifix above your bed.
But there is a crucifix above my bed, and I find that I rather enjoy the dreams, though I try not to have them.
Now, you shouldn't dream of such things, Mary. It addles a young girl's brain to play the part of a whore from such a young age. Now say your penances, chew on a ginger root, and change hearts with the shepherdess.
But she's not half so good as me, Father. I'll be good, so good. I'm good at pretending.
Now, Mary, I am looking after the salvation of your soul.
Yes, Father. Father, why is it wrong to have dreams of women kissing you full on the lips?
Ask God, Mary. Only God knows. Only God, our Father.
Oh, the sky! The sky again! The sky!
Last night, the moon threw his head back and laughed at me. A white wedge, a laughing pitchfork. But tonight, the moon sat back on his haunches and turned to me full-faced. He looked bewildered and afraid, had the fat white face of a dunce. You think I'm a fool to speak of the moon? Who else will be witness to my grief? The doctor who birthed me. See, he didn't sew up my belly properly. Most people have some skin between their guts and the air of the world. Not me. Not me. You can stick your finger way into my belly button, and when you pull it out, it smells like gangrene, like fish. I got the fish. My cousin, he catches them. You don't have to see their innards. You don't have to talk to dead fish all day. He can talk to the sea. Me, I close my nose and I smell the stench of dead fish. I close my eyes and I see dead fish coming at me in a parade.
Nightfall. Restless hearts find it difficult to sleep.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. It's no use. I don't want to be good. I just want to let the soft animal of my body love what it loves. I want to lie in the arms of the men I find while out gathering the sweet night's air. The breath of night is filled with sighs and kisses. It's not natural to sleep alone. The sheep sleep nuzzled one to another. My body feels trapped in this room and trapped in the idea of goodness. Even though I lie with men, I've never been pregnant. Thank God. Even though I lie with men, I still want to be pure like the Virgin Mary for those few moments on stage. And in those moments, I can be free of the itch and mess and stain of desire.
Sometimes, tonight, a feeling of grace comes, and I feel peaceful and easy and ready to die, but still aware of the moon's beauty, like silver fish scales shedding. Skin covers the world, luminous moonskin, and I must step softly and slowly on it. The cobbled streets have fish skin, and the trees have human skin, and it is not fearsome, only slow, and lovely and soft. But I must be careful not to prick you and make you bleed.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Mary. What brings you into the night air by yourself?
My mother. She's sick. Doctor told me to trap the night air in a jar and bring it back to her.
May I help? I'd do anything for you and your good mother, Mary.
Would you climb up on that wagon, John, and trap that particular spot of air?
Spot?
Perhaps a little to the left, and to the right, and up. Yes, that bit there.
I hope this will help. Your mother, is she very sick?
My mother? Oh, yes, her belly. She swallowed something.
I'm sorry, Mary. You know I would drink your sorrow if I could.
Always, always, always him! I can cry, only out of one eye. Only the left, and the right stays dry. Dry as a bone who's left alone. Oh God, let me cry. Out of both eyes, please God, let me cry.
It will be a cold bed again for me tonight. He's chaste as a clam.
The Fall of Man, a rehearsal.
In this scene, Mary, you are tempted by a delicious ripe fruit. Your mouth, water.
Who is there?
I, a friend, and for thy good is the coming. Bite on boldly, be not abashed.
Don't be afraid, won't you sling your skinny arm around her waist? There, there, dangle the apple in front of her lips.
Then will I too thy teaching trust, and bang this fruit unto our food.
Bite harder. The juice must dribble down your chin. Again.
Then will I too thy teaching trust, and bang this fruit unto our food.
Oh, good.
I gutted a fish today. Thought it was dead. I slit open its belly, and 5 live fishes came wriggling out. They wriggled and raggled in the guts of their mother, and they died, one by one. The last one to go was a real wriggler. He swam around in the fishy guts of his friends, and then I slammed the knife down upon his back. Couldn't stand to see one so alive, so alone. Hush, Mary walks. The smell of the moon follows her, but her eyes follow my cousin. kiss a poor fishmonger? Would she wrap her arms around the stench? Miss Mary, why are you out walking tonight?
You startled me.
Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you, Mary.
There's little light from the moon. The trees cast their shadows on your face.
I can see you. I can see you because I studied your face in the dark of my bed before sleeping.
I am a Christian woman.
Why are you out walking tonight?
You smell of fish.
I slid open their bellies all day. Why are you out walking tonight?
I could sell you some rose water. You could sprinkle it over your hands.
Would you, Miss Mary?
Well, yes. Good night.
Oh, don't go. She's a deer wrapped in brown velvet. She's the air breathing inside the body of a violin. Don't go.
It's late.
According to who? The sun? The moon? It's early for the sun. He hasn't even woken from his nap. And it's only mid-afternoon for the moon. She's just barely risen. And you out walking. Owls don't leave their dens for no reason.
You play tricks with your words.
You play tricks, Mary?
No, certainly not. The night air. You've spilled it. You don't taste like other men.
I don't.
They would take my part, or worse if they knew.
I'll be silent as a dead fish. Silent as a closed box underwater.
Jack! Jack, I thought I had me a dream of the Queen. She was standing up in heaven, and she was naked, and pregnant, full pregnant, swollen like a melon. Her belly was dangling over her private parts, which were flaming red. They say the privates are the same color as the eyebrows, but you can never say with certainty until you've given them a thorough look. But I blushed, I did, to see the Queen's privates. They're always covered up with curtains and drapes like a stage. So the Queen, she looks at me with a real cold glimmer in her eyes like jewels. And she says, I have come to stop the passion. And she points her bony little finger at me, and I wake up breathing heavy and scared like.
How long?
Too long.
Big?
A little.
In your costume?
Not yet.
Christ.
Yes.
You could be killed.
Don't.
Vomit?
Yes.
Breast?
Yes, I think so.
Holy Mother of God, please, you have to leave.
No.
What then?
I want my part.
There's a woman in a neighboring village.
No.
What then? What?
I don't know.
In 1 month.
Yes, I know, but I want my part.
I know you do, Mary.
Please, don't tell.
Yes, of course.
The woman in the neighboring village. Does she?
Yes.
I'll wait. 2 weeks.
I'd like to kill him.
I fear, Mary. Sometimes I fear.
What is it?
I dream night after night that I give birth to a fish. A huge, ugly, dead fish with a gaping mouth.
Faces, everyone! Faces for the Annunciation! And enter the machinist!
The flying machinist profession, and that is my profession, which is why you hired me, is closer to God than any. What is the one power denied to man by God? God gave us fire. God gave us water. We can walk, talk, and swim, and scream until we're blue in the face.
say the bloody line. And you... Kneel down, look surprised. Not surprised like you wet yourself. Surprised as in amazed. Surprised holy-like. Surprised like your wife's bosom has grown big as 2 pumpkins all at once. There.
Hail, thou that art highly favored. The Lord is with thee, Mary. Blessed art thou among women.
What's wrong with you? Look surprised, look happy, look radiant.
Yes, sir.
Joseph, let's have your line.
Mary is with child, I know not how. Who can trust any women now? Hail Mary!
By God's will, Joseph, must it be, for certainly, save God and ye, I know no other man, nor having flesh been defiled, God knows all my doing.
Behold, Mary, thou shalt bring forth a son, and shalt call his name Jesus. Oh, the sky! No!
Give me sin. Did you see that, Jack? What's that, Jack? You want to fly? Oh, Jack, you're my angel.
Oh, you!
I need to speak with you.
I sent you letters. I scented them with rose water.
Where there are no ears.
What are my letters? Did you get them? Your eyes. Hard like flint. Mary, you're killing me!
I said I need to speak with you.
Come to tell me I smell of fish. We rolled into the earth, Mary. Come to tell me you forgot.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, God.
And don't take the Lord's name in vain either.
Run away with me, Mary. We'll be a trinity. You, me, the baby. You can nail me to a cross, Mary. I'm yours. Yours forever. You can scourge me every night, and still I'm yours forever. Can I touch? My life in your belly. I can hear it ticking. Marry me. Marry everything. The fish guts, the bile. I'll become clean for you, Mary.
No.
You love him, Daddy!
I want to keep my part.
Oh, curse the part, Mary. Curse the part. It's a tiddling, frittling little turd of a play. Plays aren't real. Your knee on my chest. That's real. Marry me.
Ever since I was little, I wanted to play the Virgin Mary.
You can play the Virgin Mary in my bed. You can scream 10 Hail Marys in the ecstasies of love. Do you remember how you shuddered?
Oh, Christ won't love me.
Which one, Mary? My cousin or the one from the good book?
Just Christ. Christ himself.
By Christ himself, then let's run away together. You can have your baby in a manger. Soft as hay. I'll comb your hair with straw. Face, honey, eyes, milky. Kiss me, Mary.
No.
Leave my side or I swear I won't be accountable.
My wedding dress would turn red.
What?
Dresses. They know things. You think they don't. They hang so quietly. But they know things the way you know things and I know things. And they tell. Oh, yes.
Mary. Mary, I just had an idea. Tell me.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been... Father, there's been a miracle. God has impregnated me that I can better play the Virgin Mary.
Child!
I had a vision, Father. Angels, beautiful angels calling to me saying, blessed is the fruit of thy womb.
Sweet Jesus!
I was sleeping, but they called to me from the
my belly and it's become round like a melon since yesterday.
You're quite sure, Mary?
Yes,
Glory be to God. Miracle.
of course. I know I'm very blessed.
Never married? Never have you?
No, Father, of course not.
You're sure? Blessedly sure.
Yes.
It's a miracle!
The death of Pontius Pilate, a rehearsal.
Out on thee, thou rascally fellow! Thou hast killed and tortured hundreds, and thou hast killed Jesus, my dear Lord!
Banish him! Banish him!
Quiet. Remember, you are the emperor. You know what that means. Being the emperor means someone else choose your very food for you. No need to shout. Peasants been forward to hear you whisper. Carry on.
Cast this fellow in a dungeon to rot, so that he may see no light at all for 2 weeks, and exile him to Gaul. He is a scoundrel and a sorcerer.
We do have to hear you. Let's move on. Pontius, now you are very distressed in this scene.
I well know that I shall die. Great is my anxiety. Distressed am I.
Use this knife.
So that no man in the world may give me a cruel death. My own heart with my knife I shall pierce. Oh, alas, and well away. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Good, Pontius, you're improving nicely.
Miracle! Mary for child!
Mary, what have you done?
Bless you, Mary.
No, John, no.
A miracle sleeps in your belly.
If anything were to happen to me, would you raise the child? Be its father?
I would do anything for you and the child, Mary.
You believe me, don't you?
I would never doubt your word, or the word of the Lord. You're beautiful. You're radiant with the sweat of the Lord on your brow.
I can feel it kicking. God's child.
Marry me. Be my wife. We'll raise the child together as Mary and Joseph did before us. I'll be a good husband. I'll never touch you if that's what you want. I'll fish all day and feed us with fruit from the sea.
Oh God, that I could, John.
I understand if you don't fancy me, Mary. I'm not worthy of you. You have God in your belly.
It's not that, it's just... I'm God's bride now.
I see. It's better that way. It's a miracle.
I see where her eye wanders. She's a pretty little thing. Too pretty, if you ask me.
Stop! God wouldn't like you to speak that way, Mary.
She's been hankering after John the fisherman all month. And perhaps she's finally gotten what she wanted out of him.
I've seen her lecherous eyes. You wish you could lay a hand on Mary, and now she's God's bride. You're jealous.
True enough. I'd like to take Miss Mary to a field somewhere. But what does that have to do with the price of eggs and butter? So will every other lad in this town, and that's exactly what I'm saying. I'll bloody your face, Simon, if you don't shut your gob.
I never believed the tale in the good book anyhow. Mary was probably some young wench knocked up by another bloke. Couldn't tell her husband to be. Afraid he beat her to a bloody pulp. Any girl that can persuade the multitude that God's the husband of her bastard child has to be. What's this? Hey, no, stop! Stop the fighting between brothers. Haven't you heard the news? A miracle in our little town. You should bow your heads and be grateful. A new Christ is to be born, as the good book prophesied. No longer will I have to play the part of Christ. Mary is the child. We've heard. Then why all the brawling? Blood trickles down your chin, good brother.
What's all this? Take up your whips. We've only 1 week left of rehearsal. Where's Mary?
I left her home. She's sick with women's sickness, a glorious sickness to bear for the new Christ.
She'll be fined 2 shillings for missing rehearsal.
You cannot fine a woman for bearing the Messiah, with all due respect, sir.
Very well, perhaps under the circumstances. Everyone to their places, costume off. Mary, you read both parts. Pontius, let's have your speech.
That I am innocent of this blood shall ye see. Both my hands shall weshen be.
Start. Lamentation.
Lamentation.
Lamentation!
Why is my son slain?
So, you think she's God's bride, do you?
I see God in her eyes, yes.
Well, I'll wager that when the baby comes out, it'll look less like God and more like me.
What?
You heard me.
I hear them whispering underground in the trees. I hear them calling me a whore.
Don't listen! I love you, Mary. Let's run off together. I'll protect you. We'll raise the child as Mary and Joseph did before us. I'll dress as a man. I look enough like a man to go far away from here.
You don't look a bit like a man, Mary.
What does it matter? I won't dress as a man. I'll dress as myself, but we'll go far, far away.
I have to leave alone. Where I'm going, no one can follow me.
Mary.
It seems there are only 2 choices. A virgin or a whore.
I would follow you anywhere, Mary.
No, dear. Please. Goodbye. I knew something was wrong. They cried all night and the sea bulged over the earth.
Oh, really? A week before?
Oh, God has spoken with me, and God wants you to stop the passion.
But Father, months of work.
Cannot be right. With Mary nowhere to be found, there's something strange foreboding the whole business.
Which is precisely why the play must go on. We made a pact with God. When the plague had eaten the very stomach out of our village, we would play the Passion and all for the glory of God. If we refuse, I believe something terrible might visit this town. Already the sky is red.
And who is to play Mary?
What do you say, dearie? Would you like to take part in the play?
Jack, would I like to take part in the play? What's that, Jack? I can't hear you. Yes, I would like to take part in the play!
Dear God, let me play the Christ well. Dear Lord, bless Mary. Let her find her way home. Amen.
So help me God, I'll kill him! I'll drive the nails in deep!
Against you I do exclaim, for I am naked, as I think.
Alas, Adam, right naked, so am I. Ah, wicked worm. So that God will not see our privates and stare, we shall cover ourselves with fig leaves, for we are naked and all bare.
Make way for the Queen. The Queen has blessed your little town with her presence.
My loving people, do you know, when they place me in my golden coffer, what they will find? They will scrape at my face with a jeweled penknife, and they will discover layer upon layer of white paint. A wall of paint as thick as this joint in my thumb. They will be surprised. They will open their eyes wide. They do not know that queens do not wash, and that queens are obliged to paint their faces, so that queens do not appear to become old or ugly. I do not want the gravediggers to scrape white paint off the dead faces of my subjects. I want my subjects to remain clean. Clean and honest and loyal to the crown. I do not want my subjects to impersonate the holy figure of Christ. Did Christ paint his face? No! Such things are unholy. If any man or woman in England is seen with a painted face, assuming the person of a holy figure, I will have them beheaded immediately. Is there any house in this village concealing a priest? My subjects should feel free to confess all of their sins to me. Has anyone in this village anything to confess? Good. I'll have my courtiers search your houses, just to be certain.
Go to France until it is safe for priests in England, when a bastard head of state is severed from its head.
I don't understand you, good friar.
Good. When they come asking you questions, you can truly say, I have no idea. I only made the man some eggs. Now, do you have anything left to confess before I go?
I believe there is something. Perhaps I liked it a bit too well, playing the role of Christ.
God be with you.
And with your spirit.
All right, everyone. The play is over. We're striking costumes and props. And there better not be any missing. Oh, 2 lines. Form 2 lines.
Really sad to see this go.
Such is life. You can get 5 shillings for this. No, 7. Fine material, good stitching. You can get 8 shillings for this.
May I keep this?
I'll wager the professional acting companies in London have no need for halos. Keep it, only hide it. This is damaged.
From flying.
Throw it out.
Oh, the sky is red again. I wonder where Mary has gone.
Mary, what have you done? No!
Drowned yourself, dear. My cousin is beside himself. He's on the boat fishing. The fish, they drink up his salty tears. The moon is cradled by the night. The curved, white slipper of the moon, rocking back into the night, will rock me to sleep. Mary, the doctor who birthed me, see, he didn't sew up my belly properly. My belly is an open wound, and the air, she smites it. I have nothing left but to find you. I shall swim to you, arms outstretched, so that no man in the world may give me a cruel death. My own heart, with my knife, I shall pierce.